But the moment I did that, like in one of our communities last month, we made over $54,000 of cash collected in a single month, and 81.6% of the people came from word of mouth. Imagine the amount of leverage that it gives you, right? So that's the upside of the things, that not only you get the vision that you're excited about, you attract the dream clients, but like 81% came from word of mouth, right? So that's exactly the moment where I switched my focus, and we will talk about it right now on how you can do that too, right? And another metric for you, right now at the moment, our churn is 6.7%. Or 6.6, I don't remember, it changes all the time because we have people joining and leaving, the monthly churn, right, which is very low for our industry, right? A lot of people have 20-30% churn or more in this industry, right, which is pretty good. And we have a lot of wins in like hundreds, I don't know how many wins in our community for the size of it, and there's a lot of wins, right? So the wins, the churn rate, and 81% of the growth coming from people telling their friends, it just shows me at that scale, shows me that people liked it, right? So I have some objective numbers to say that people liked what we have. Now, was it perfect? No, right? But there was one thing that I did that really made this possible, and I want to write that word, and I talked about it today, and you've seen me tell a couple of different stories that all kind of, assemble this one thing that I want to actually express, and that is care, right? So this is simple, but most people don't care at all about what they do. Like they don't give a shit at all, right? What are they selling? Are their clients getting results? Is their content good or no? They don't care, right? Does this mean that you need to be perfect? No. Is this video perfect? No, right? Am I perfect? No. Is my community perfect? No, right? By the way, when I talk about my community, we have a free community as well. There's the first link in the description where we help you. You don't have to buy anything, right? Because I actually care about what I do. And I will talk about how I got here and how you can use that as well. That intuitively, you grow even more, right? But most people don't care, right? They don't care about anything, right? And this is why they fail, because they don't care about what they do, they don't love it, and people can see it, and people can smell it. And even if they can't, which was the case for me, for this recent purchase that I made, and again, it's my full responsibility, I'm not saying someone is like, it's a scam, right? No, it obviously just didn't match my expectations, that was clearly set from them, and not delivered. And I didn't care. And like for that price point, we give better experience for $97 than $20,000. That is ridiculous. But the thing that I want to share about that is that you can clearly see, right? Even if you didn't see from the marketing, the moment you start working with someone, you see it right away, right? I will tell you one thing. For example, for our products, in our free community, in our paid community, most of the time, like in 99% of the time, I personally send welcome videos, personalized videos, right? It's not something big that, but I still do that, right? And sometimes I work like 16, 18-hour days. There's literally no time for a bathroom some days, right? I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. But I still say, no, I'm going to send that personalized video, right? I didn't even get any welcome, which is crazy for that purchase. So we do that for that price point. And that's a very small thing, right? But what we are trying to do is to show that we actually care. And we are doing way more things that if you guys want, you can let me know. I can make a video about how to actually make products that will be more likely to make your clients successful and how to think about that, because we are right now have a pretty success rate before that, and we are going to keep improving. We are just getting started, obviously. I have so much yet to learn, but the one thing that we're trying to show, like with all these small things, is that we actually care. And this is what the market misses. This is what your competitors aren't doing as well, right? I don't know, it doesn't matter what niche you are in. Are you making content on YouTube, Instagram? You have a school community, you have a high-ticket business, you have one-on-one business, you are thinking about starting a business, you are making money already, you want to scale, right? Your competitors don't care as well. So if you do actually start caring, that is the biggest competitive advantage that you can have, right? And this is what people don't get, including me. I didn't get it for such a long time, right? But if you actually start caring about what you do, right? Or maybe there's some slight adjustments that you need to make, right? About the types of people that you work with. What's your promise? What's your offer? Do you like more communities? Do you like more coaching? Do you like more courses? Do you like more other software business? Whatever do you like, right? How could you make small changes? I'm not saying screw your business, leave it. Right? That's not what I'm saying, right? If something is working, keep doing that. All I'm saying is, if you ask yourself the question, how could this be more fun? How could this be more purposeful? How could this be in a way that I would love my work? Then you will solve every single other problem, right? But if you don't, your marketing can be right, your sales can be right, you can have good content, right? Everything can be right in your business, but if you don't actually care and you don't get results for your customers, you are going to get out of business. You are going to just be burned out by the competitors that do care about it, right? And there's countless examples of this. One of them I would tell you is probably, on a big scale is Amazon, right? Who is worth trillions of dollars. If you look at Amazon, Jeff Bezos, decades ago, what he was optimizing for? He was optimizing for the best client experience, the best customer experience, to build a platform that will have the fastest delivery, cheapest prices possible, and the widest selection possible. And because Amazon had the best client results in the sense of what the clients want when they buy something online, which is fast delivery, relatively cheap prices, and wide selection of products, and also they have a good customer experience and customer support on top of it, then in the long term, that company is going to win everyone. And that's exactly what happened. And he became one of the most richest people in the world, right? So, or if you look at iPhone, at Apple, right? I'm right now recording on iPhone, right? Not a professional camera, just like a simple iPhone. And this product, the reason that it was successful is because they actually cared about making a good product, right? And you can argue that recently there is not much difference, between the iPhones, etc. And of course, there is evolution in companies. There's some ups and downs. It always happens. But the reason that Apple came to the point of being worth trillions of dollars that it is worth right now, today, I think it's 2 or 3 trillion, which is a lot of money, right? Is because they build the product that when you use, you like it, right? So, and why is that? It's because they care. Do you think Steve Jobs cared about iPhone? Yes. Do you think the people that work in the iPhone, at least at the core when it was getting started, cared about it beyond just making money? Yes, right? Are there people that want to just do it for money? Of course, right? I'm not saying that everyone that is successful only cares about the purpose. Heck no, you need to make money to put like food on the table, to be able to operate, to buy things that you need to grow your business, right? But this is the foundation. And if you get it right, everything else becomes easy. Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.